In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing a thing for the podcast.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast.
You know what I just realized?
This is good meat.
You're doing Sober October. I'm going to spend 16 hours in a truck with you at the end of October.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as it's not November 1st, you're probably fine.
Oh, no, that's going to be the ride back.
True.
Oh, Jesus.
Dave, you might be driving. Fucking. This is good meat. Reminds me of this Thursday where we were sitting in a semicircle with some sticks on the table and non-alcoholic drinks in our fucking hands. Johnny boy, what are we about to do?
I guess we're about to masturbate.
I guess it's time
It's
for
just
a
not as
Freedom
fun
Friends
without
master
booze.
debate. I know, we need booze. God damn it. Just heads up, everybody. This next fucking few weeks are going to be rough ones, man. Like, God. It's time for Freedom Friends master debate. It's one of my favorite times of the week. We're solving the world's problems one mediocre debate topic at a time. You'll recognize from our show, we still have our guest hanging out. Oh, fucking Mark. Right? Yeah, dude, I'm fucking shitty with TBI.
A 4-letter word. It's easy to remember.
Yeah, right? Fuck. We have our buddy Fuck here.
That's me.
Mark's here hanging out still. He's been here like 4 days, man. It's starting to get weird.
Hey, the couch is comfortable, man.
Hey, dude,
And
I dig
John's
it.
a hell of a little spoon.
That is fucking
It's
facts,
my favorite
man.
spot.
Yeah.
Favorite spot.
That's facts.
There was theory behind that because when you fart, you're his jetpack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is true. Or I can just fucking hop on his shoulders and yell Master Blaster and go that route.
He's my tactical battle gnome. I just put him in a backpack and release him.
There you go. Dude, Jazz and I had this idea of shooting a video called the Human Morale Patch, where I wore like a Velcro suit, like the loop side, and he had the hook side. And he would just jump up on me and yell fucking moto shit at people. He would like stick to me and just be like, Mullah Lobby! Fucking like, you're just like, don't tread on me. And just started yelling at people and shit, like, make America great again. Man. And shit like that.
We have a smaller guy for that now.
Dude, I am fucking in. this has got to happen. Like, the hog fishing.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
hog fishing.
Yes.
That's a thing.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah. We're pioneering it. I'm excited about it. He's excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been actively looking for people to let you fucking kill a hog with a sword.
I have the ranches to do it. We just have to get out there and do it.
Yeah. It's all set up.
And
You're
figure
gonna
out how
be
to
you're gonna be a
hook 'em.
tree stand
That's
looking like a fucking samurai.
The hardest part's going to be hooking them.
So I was thinking about the fishing part of this, right? Will hogs like eat and swallow a hook or something?
They'll eat and swallow anything.
Yeah, but it's
Like if
we're going to have to do a little trial and error to figure
I would
it out.
use
Because
a
what-
snare.
what
and
I
just
would
snare him.
like imagine a small.
That's not as cool a story.
Imagine a Cornish hen, if you will.
Yeah.
A Cornish hen, right?
Okay.
Small little bird
Mm-hmm.
filled with C4, and the fishing line is called det cord.
Okay.
Or
I like this.
right?
Mhm.
And so when as soon as it catches, you just pop the thing or shock tube. Shock tube would work much better.
That works, but where's the samurai sword come in?
Well, you don't need it at that point. I was focusing on the fishing part.
I mean, I like this as well. Like, this is
Yeah.
a fucking brilliant idea.
I mean, you can do the same with tannerite.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you got-
Well, but you'd have to shoot the tannerite.
That's fine.
So,
Yeah, but that makes it more fun.
yes.
It's like,
Oh,
who's
shit,
going
you
to
missed him.
blow up the hog?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, solving the world's problems one mediocre debate topic at a time. Justin, what you got for us this week?
All right, boys.
All right,
All right,
boys.
So I want to know, if you guys became homeless, what are you doing in your first 3 days of being homeless?
Ooh.
Moving to a democratic city and squatting where they have city ordinances that won't kick me out of other people's homes.
Seattle.
It's just-
Yes.
I'm not homeless anymore.
I read this study that the city or the state of Washington, the city of Seattle, I can't remember which one, has dumped an ungodly amount of money into the homeless.
Yes.
And it came out to, they mathed it out to how much money they spent per homeless person that's in the city. And it was something upwards of like $45,000 a person.
That seems about right.
Yeah,
which is
between
literally like a mid, like a lower
Dude, I
mid class
survive
salary.
on less than that.
Yeah, that's a lower mid class salary.
Yeah.
So
Like,
my first 3 days would be hitchhiking to somewhere where I get a whole bunch of free shit.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm thinking bigger.
Scott, thank you for getting the point of the master debates.
So, where are some well-known tent cities where it's like legal to camp?
Santa Monica.
yeah,
Pick the West
California.
Coast.
Austin.
Seattle.
yeah. There's one in
Portland.
Austin,
Well, I'm going someplace
Austin.
warm.
Yeah.
So, okay. So,
San Diego.
I no
think
longer
San
have a
Diego's
home.
got-
LA.
but you didn't say shit about not having an F-450 and a camper. I'm gonna become the king. I'm gonna become the fucking king of Tent City. I'm moving my fucking 450 and my camper, right? And I'm gonna park it like wherever the fucking like the front of the tent city is. That's where my camper is gonna be, and everybody else will have to answer to me for drugs and whores and whatever else
Scott's-
goes on.
Scott's gonna turn into that pigeon guy from John Wick, where he's just got all the eyes in the underground working for him. Everybody's armed. Like,
Yeah.
I
There you
like
go.
it.
There's gonna be like the fat dude in Game of Thrones that always talked to the kids. Fuck.
The guy without a penis?
Yes.
No.
The guy without a dick. That's gonna be you. Because Michelle is gonna castrate you if you ever become homeless.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
she's long gone before I'm homeless.
Yeah.
Like,
Truth.
yeah.
Truth.
Now, do we have to stay homeless? Like,
Or
is
No,
it-
this is
Or
just
can
your,
we try to not be homeless?
this is just your first 3 days. I want to know, like,
Oh, well,
like
fuck,
tomorrow you're homeless. What do you like? All right, here's my game plan.
I don't think it
God.
happens like
I'm
that.
gonna go get a job.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna go find a job.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
I'll
homeless. Okay, let me go work.
I'm gonna go fucking to AutoZone and fucking
But
get a job.
You probably
What
would
are you
have.
doing that first night though? You don't have a home. What's your where do you plan on going?
Do I have a tent?
You're homeless.
I'm going camping.
Yeah.
Right? Like I can. The first 3 nights, are you really homeless or are you camping? I'm gonna say that the
fucking
first.
camping, dude. I got fucking a generator and AC.
Yeah, like the first week. The first week is a camping trip, man. like because you
Like,
still
oh, this
got,
is kind of fun.
you still got shit, you know. Then I'm sure after that, the realization sets in, and you're like, "Fuck."
The problem
I
with
got
your
nothing or
question,
nowhere to
the
go.
problem with your question
Like, fuck.
is you don't just become homeless. Like you have to have like, I don't know, a fucking drug problem.
Yeah, like I'm not going to wake up tomorrow and just start shooting up black tar heroin.
Like,
Like
you
there's
might
a series of things that lead up to that.
You
Hey,
might be-
Sober October is only about booze, bro. You didn't say we couldn't do black tar heroin.
Well, that's a whole new story.
It's California fucking sober. So
You gotta go to Oregon where all that shit's legal.
Go to Seattle. You got safe injection sites. Like
See,
here, just go shoot up over there. We'll leave you alone. It's
that's
okay.
fucking bananas.
Oh yeah, it's
So what series would lead to you being
I don't think there's a series of events that would make me homeless. I might be out of a job. I might be out of money.
right?
But I'm just going to move to a foreign country and then I'll be fucking rich again.
I have a certain particular set of skills that will always keep me employed, and it's called murder.
I thought you were going to say bartender.
Also that, but yeah, I'm gonna take somebody's house. Like, I'm just gonna. What are they gonna do? Arrest me and then put me in jail where I get 3 square meals a day and I'm no longer homeless? The
fair.
sex can't be that bad. Gary told me it's all right.
I resisted, damn it.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, quit. Stop. Your Honor, he said, no, quit it. Stop it.
It wasn't no, don't stop. It was no, don't stop.
No, don't stop.
Dave, what's your first 3 days looking like?
Oh man, like you can't throw a rock without finding a place that's looking for someone to work for them. So I get a fucking job.
Yeah,
If I've got to sleep rough for a few days until I make enough money, until I get a paycheck
Where are you
to
gonna
where
sleep?
I can. What's that?
Where are you gonna sleep?
so do we not have our cars? Our vehicles are gone too?
Yep, vehicles are
Yeah,
gone.
so
No,
so you're
bullshit.
basically you're shit out of luck on everything.
Yeah.
Like you got the
your-
clothes on
like
your back
house
and that's
burned
it.
down and your
So-
fucking truck burned down with it.
I
There we
would
go,
say
boys.
I would say at that point, it's not that you can't find a job because you know how long it would take for you to lose your house, your vehicles,
Yeah.
everything to get repoed? I mean, you're talking at least 90 to 120 days,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So in 90 to 120 days,
I can start my life over again.
yeah, if you haven't been able to find a job in those, like you're not going to
Yeah.
find your job in the 3 days that you actually lost everything. It doesn't work that way, right? Now, if say you're 22 and you still live at home and you don't have a job and your parents kick you the fuck out and then you're legit homeless overnight.
22.
What? I missed the joke on that.
I did a suicide joke. Sorry.
Yeah.
So did I.
I know.
Anyway, so I, like me in my 40s to like say, what are you gonna do the first 3 days you're homeless? Well, probably the same thing I did the previous 120 days that led me up to being homeless, which would be drugs. I don't know. Like, I mean, how do you get homeless? I don't fucking know. I don't know.
I'm not like I've been real fucking poor in my life.
Yeah.
Like I grew up fucking sugar sandwich, government cheese, fucking poor, right? Like when I was a kid, like there were many fucking Christmases and birthdays where it's just like, sorry about this year, kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't help you type of stuff. And there was one constant though, is that the roof was always over the head, right? Like no matter what, my mom, my grandmother, my aunt, like they fucking made it work, right? Miracle workers, right? I'm with you on this. I don't understand how a person can go from having to having not, right? Just like that. Like, unless it was like a catastrophic thing. Like right now, for instance, there's a lot of fucking people in Florida
Right.
who are fucking homeless right now because their home is completely gone, right? And all of their possessions are completely fucking gone. Now, granted, are they eventually going to be okay? Sure. Is the government going to step in and help them out? Absolutely. They're probably going to spend some time in a FEMA trailer, but are they going to be okay? Sure. I can't imagine a scenario where you're just not like overnight. You know what I mean? Like even catastrophic issues that come up and arise. I don't see that scenario, but let's say for the sake of hypothetical fun, because that's what we're doing on this debate, is that it just happened like that and you're just gone. Everything's gone and you don't have any kind of assistance. I'm with Dave. The first thing I'm doing is I'm trying to improve my station. I'm trying to go and move it on up. Like that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to go get a fucking job first and foremost.
That's the thing. It's like I drive all over the state of Texas for work.
Sure.
You drove halfway across the country and back.
Yeah.
How many businesses did you see that had a help wanted or a now hiring sign? You can't throw a fucking rock down the street without hitting some business that is willing to give you
almost every gas station between here and Florida is hiring.
I told my 17-year-old boy last Monday, last Wednesday to get a job. He starts this Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took him literally 24 hours to find a job.
It's white privilege. You didn't know?
Well,
if you want a job, you'll get a fucking job. That's all there is to it.
That's what it is.
If you have the drive to better yourself from where you are to where you want to be, you'll make it fucking happen. Like, I lost my job. I went into work on a Tuesday morning and was told my job no longer existed.
Sorry.
What did I do? I started washing dishes for a buddy of mine at his restaurant.
Yeah.
Why?
This is when you sold the gun store?
I think so.
No,
that was when Speedway let me go.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Good.
No,
fuck those guys.
Actually, I was washing dishes when you called me and asked me if I wanted to come to Vegas. That was my first paid gig with Warfighter.
There you go.
So that's what's wrong with me. Fuck. No, there's no excuse for not having a job in this time, at this society. If you want a job, you can fucking get one.
It's really, I think it comes down to pride.
It really does.
People don't like swallowing when they're fucking pride.
Exactly.
And which that right there, like you swallowed your pride, you went back to washing dishes.
Yeah.
You just wanted employment.
Yeah.
People won't do that. But I was an investment banker. Well, you ain't shit now.
Yeah.
All right. So you need to find something, bro. And money doesn't grow on trees.
Right.
To quote fucking everybody's dad ever, and it's like, fucking, you gotta go out and make it happen. You gotta make it work. Like you gave up your fucking life to move down here to Texas to sail.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not easy. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it's a whole new world. But same thing, you fucking make it work.
yeah.
I mean, hell, I started a boat painting business. It's not like I ever pushed it and got real successful with it, but there's a fallback. Or
There's something that you can do. You
I
made
can go
your
scrub
own.
boats for a living.
Yeah.
Or I can go
Go be
work
Barnacle
on a
Bob.
farm, or I
Yeah.
mean, fuck, I'll go work. No, makes no
Yeah.
difference.
Well,
If you're an able-bodied individual, now it's where it's like disabled people. That's where I think the large portion of the population that are homeless. First of all, there's a lot of schizophrenia that's involved with that, mental illness that causes problems. Those guys not as easy to get employment. Totally understand.
There's a lot of mental illness and a lot of drug problems.
Yeah, and they compound each other, right? They
Mhm.
make each other worse, And so in those aspects, in those scenarios, I would hope that I would never fall into that, but I've never been in that situation. I can't walk a mile in those shoes. I sympathize with them because it sucks. I can't empathize with them because it doesn't exist.
So twice now, I've been either coming to work or going home from work, and I see a homeless guy walking on the intersection. And I've thought to myself, I should pay him $100 and make him a guest on our podcast so we can just interview him.
Huh.
But then I've talked myself out of
But
it.
do you want them knowing where you work
Yeah.
and
but,
looking at all your shit?
Well, but on the other hand, I would really love to dig into this and pick his brain. How'd you get in the situation? Why are you homeless? Do you want to not be homeless? What are you doing to not be homeless?
Yeah.
And I have a feeling the conversation would stop right about I like being homeless, and this is what it lets me do what I want to do.
Well, have you ever been in New Orleans?
No.
You guys have been in NOLA? You know all the fucking teenage aged kids, 17 to 24-year-old kids that are just homeless hanging out on the fucking streets. They call them gutter punks.
Okay.
It's a large group. It's 40, 50 of them all around the fucking French Quarter. They just live there on the street, right? They're all trust fund babies. They get a fucking monthly fucking stipend. They're all rich kids that just want to be homeless. And that's why they're such dicks to everybody, because they don't need to be homeless. They're doing it because it's fucking cool. But every time the fucking weather fucking goes to shit or Katrina happens, them boys are in fucking 5-star hotels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just living life, right? They're fucking shitless liabouts, but they're able to do that because thanks, Dad, type of shit, right?
Yeah.
And so there is a large portion of the homeless population that's also like that, where they're just I'm homeless because I'm fucking lazy.
Well, I like drugs.
Or I like drugs, or whatever.
Well, do you guys remember? I think it was Nat Geo, or it was one of the networks had a guy that was living in the woods up in the Northeast. Older dude,
just a hermit.
Yeah, but lived completely off the grid. Took care of himself out in the woods, the whole 9 yards. But he was actually I think he was an investment banker, or he was a banker or something at one point, and he just said fuck it and walked away from everything. But he still had several $100,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
So if he needed to go into civilization for something, healthcare or something like that couldn't be remedied through herbal whatever, he would go in and do it. But he would talk about, they followed him into the hotel, and he's like, this is the first time I've slept in an actual bed in 5 years, and so on and so forth, But he'd only go to town for dentistry and shit like that.
Well, look at Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah.
Fucking the Unabomber had he had mad money in the bank.
Yeah.
He was doing fine.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? He's a fucking MIT grad. He had fucking published works. He had his shit together. Then he was just like, I'm going to go be a hermit, live off the land, and fucking stick it to the man with bombs, right? Write a manifesto because I'm a fucking lunatic. But, it's still a thing. I'm actually jealous of people who can do that. Who can just fucking completely unplug. I'm jealous. I haven't been able to do it in a few years, but I told you guys, occasionally, I like to just fucking leave. Just go camping. Don't tell anybody. Just fucking
Sailing.
go.
Or
Go
take
sailing.
off on a fucking boat.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
There's no cell towers in the ocean.
Yeah, right.
Like Starlink.
Yeah.
Elon's fixing it.
Yeah, fucking Elon, man.
Yeah, it's only $5,000 a month, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, right. Man, it's fun.
The land-based shit is way cheaper.
You gotta hit him up.
He must
you gotta
just-
hit him up and see if he'll
Right?
fucking sponsor you guys so you could do fucking
Yeah.
testing while you're in the middle
Right?
of the ocean.
That's a good idea.
Right?
I bet the only reason it's more expensive for boats is because they just assume that people that want it are fucking rich as shit.
And there's less of them.
Yeah.
So they have to pay for the
Yeah, but
satellites over the area.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's the same technology though. Like
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they have
I mean,
to put
those-
more satellites.
Those
it's gotta
satellites,
bounce
satellites aren't
from-
stationary
Boom,
too.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
got to bounce from
Yeah.
satellite to satellite, you know,
Yeah.
type of shit. But
Yeah.
that'd be a
Hopefully
cool
so-
idea, dude.
Yeah, it is. We'll have to talk to the guys about it. Like, we need to get this shit together because we were trying to hit up Rogan to get on Rogan too.
Yeah.
It's like pissing in the wind. Good
You
luck.
almost
but-
made it, said no one.
Yeah. Right?
I mean, close. You're the next step. You know, you
Yeah.
start here, the
Oh, you
Freedom
were going to
Friends.
be the next
Yeah.
one. Sorry. We
Start
just
here
ran
at the
out
Freedom
of time.
Friends, and then Joe Rogan's next.
Yeah, you know.
Totally. Yeah, totally. That's like I played Pop Order football, and next week I'm playing for the Jets, and someday I'll work my way up to the Patriots.
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, right now I
That
don't
might
want to play
work.
for the Patriots. I could. The Patriots might give me a look if I went and tried out right now. Okay, like we're not doing great, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, what's your first 3 days looking like if you become homeless?
All right. So if it's like a natural disaster
He's
somewhere.
like again.
Oh, no. Actually, yeah, again, dude.
Right.
My house burned down in 3rd grade. So,
Jesus,
yeah, I know, right?
it sucks.
Our hamster survived. That was about it.
Your hamster
The
did.
hamster survived.
what a fucking
Other than that, everything else was fucked. We stayed with friends. But now, fucking, I'd go find a boat, call up a buddy, be like, hey, let me go clean your boat.
Yeah.
Crash on the boat, get my shit back together. Fuck, I'll go be a farmhand. I'll go scrub boats. I mean, hell, I can do whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
I
not.
had a buddy of mine in the Marines that he did that. Like it's
Yeah.
like his second job, and he lived on a houseboat in the marina in Delmar on Camp Pendleton.
Okay.
And all he did was he maintained the boat for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And like the guy would come like once a month and be like, "Hey, I'm going to be there on Saturday. Can you not be there?" And he's like, "Sure, no problem." He'd clean his
Done.
shit up and fucking go to a hotel because he was an active duty sergeant. Like he had money. He'd go to a hotel for a night, fucking go get hammered or something, and then fucking like hang out. And they could come back and the boat would be there. And he'd be like, "Can you clean the boat for me?" He'd be like, "Absolutely." And he just maintained this guy's boat and he let him live on it for free.
See, that would
Fuck,
be
I
was
life,
like-
dude.
Yeah. Oh, he was just banking BH because he
Fuck
had
yeah.
a fucking technical address.
fuck yeah.
Dude, he was just fucking pocketing dough, man.
Dude.
Like, fuck. Like, I was like, I'm fucking. That's the same dude who owned the plane that would like fly to Vegas. He'd go and get in his Cessna and fly to fucking Vegas. And he'd be like, "Yeah, I'll meet you guys there." We're like, "Fuck you, bro. Give us a ride."
Right?
That's some selfish shit right
yeah,
there.
right? Like, fuck. Until I got in his plane one time and I was like, maybe
not.
I'll drive.
Unless you give me a parachute, I'm not getting in this fucking thing.
Yeah, dude. Because it was literally like one of Tommy's planes, man.
Oh.
Like, it was like, oh, fuck.
That was
Who, by the way, I saw last Sunday. I stopped by Scotty Palaka, got to
Yeah?
jump in.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was one thing that I had to sit there and kind of laugh at because first jump down there, I was paired up with Rick Stafford, Aquaman,
Yeah.
and
Which is weird enough.
yeah,
If you guys don't know who Rick Stafford is, he's the original body fucking double for Aquaman.
Yeah.
And he fully embraces that persona
oh yeah,
to the point where like he has it on his uniform and he wears the fucking thing underneath it. And
You know what?
it's-
dude's making money. That's all that matters.
Fucking
Because
A,
you know
man.
what? He
Yeah.
found a fucking job, and
Yeah.
it's paying him.
Yeah.
It's paying him, and it
Fucking
pays
A.
him pretty fucking decent as far
Yeah.
as I know.
He does well. He's just on the
But,
circuit, man.
So he's bigger than me, a little taller, a little stouter.
A little bit. Yeah. Great
so
shape. Guy does great
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah.
Swims.
Swims 3 miles a day.
Yeah. He's a
Yeah.
fucking
I mean, as Aquaman should.
way,
but,
way less douchey than that other fucking queer swimmer that I don't like. So, yeah. Don't you dare fucking put him right here. Don't you fucking dare.
Do it.
in jump sequence, bigger dude goes out first.
Yeah.
So me being a little dude, I was second jumper. So I'm sitting behind Tommy and I'm staring at the skin on this aircraft and I'm looking and I'm seeing fucking daylight through this thing. And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
all right, this bitch is tight. Yep. Okay. Good deal.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
reserves right here. Yep. All right, handles there. Good. All right.
I don't mind flying with Tommy. Just be glad you don't have to fucking land with him. As a JM, I gotta fucking put you guys out and then land with the motherfucker. He lands on one wheel, man.
Yeah.
Ask Justin about his.
Do you know why he lands? Do you
experience
know
with
why he
Tommy.
lands on one wheel? So that it wears out fucking unevenly. So he only has to change one tire at a time.
Oh.
All right, so he lands on one wheel, then comes down, and then he lands on another wheel. It's like fuck you, man.
My experience wasn't landing. Mine was still in the air.
Yeah. Oh, he was doing.
Allegedly, yeah.
He was doing it. It was like there was 3 of us doing a hop and pop the other day, and he was just fucking off the whole time. And we're like, "Fuck you, dude! Just get us to altitude. So we get the fuck out of this death trap." Like, God,
Did he give you a heads up?
no,
Nope,
of course
sure
not.
doesn't.
No, he's just like
He just tells you. He just told me you holding on to something, and I was like, I am now. And then
Oh, he knew we weren't because he's talking to me while he's doing it. He's looking at me and he's just like, because I was first out because I'm the big boy. I was Biggie Beans, and yeah.
Well, that's like when he. So
And I was doing free fall. I was doing a hop and pop. I wasn't doing static line. Like, fuck.
So you being first out, you don't get to see when he shuts the door because as he's flying along, you just. Burp,
Yep.
and he just jerks the whole fucking plane. He doesn't tell anybody. So as you're flying along, he just goes burp, and just pitches that whole fucking
and the
plane.
door just slams shut.
And the door just slams shut. And he
closes
reaches over
it.
and latches it.
Guy's a lunatic.
Oh,
Guy's an
sounds
absolute
like
lunatic.
a fun time.
It's a great
Oh, it's a
time.
fucking blast.
It's a blast, man. That's why we keep going back. Shit. It's a fucking blast, man. But and I called John last week while I was in Florida to tell him some bad news about what happened over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there was a fire at the LZ at the DZ there, and all the trailers got lost essentially in the fire. And Bill's trailer got lost, and Bill called me because he wanted to link up with John to apologize to John because he had brought a fucking ruck case over to Normandy and had a bunch of like World War II guys sign it and was going to give it to John, and it died and it got melted in the fire. And he wanted to call and apologize to John. I'm like, you are the best fucking dude on the planet. I promise John's fine. I was like, God, man. Like, but heart goes out to those guys.
Fucking good dudes.
Yeah.
Are you shopping for a tank over here?
Maybe.
You are, aren't you?
He's never not shopping for a tank.
It's true.
Yes.
Well, it's his plan for when he goes homeless.
Yeah.
If you have a tank, you're not homeless for long.
Nope.
That's for damn
You have
sure.
a tank, you can get whatever the fuck you
You're
want.
damn right.
You want a
dude.
new
Like,
mansion? Done.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it, man. I think we would, it's pretty collective. We would all just find jobs.
Yeah.
And try to not be homeless.
I'll push a broom for $8 fucking an hour. I don't care.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Easy.
In 3 days. Camping
Yeah.
trip.
Dude, I slept on a
camping.
sidewalk in Iraq in 133 degrees.
Yeah.
Fucking what's,
Yeah.
a couple days down here.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
could be worse.
it's going to be uncomfortable, but
Yep.
I think a positive can-do attitude goes a long way.
Well, I'm fucked.
Yeah, right. This morose fucker over here is done. So, yeah. Safe rounds, alibis.
Yeah.
All right.
No brass, no ammo.
No brass, no ammo. No brass trash or bullshit. I love it. It's brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FTFO. That'll score you that sweet 15% off. OWellness.us. Go over to them for some CBD treats and needs. Use the freeze gel. You'll thank me later. Trust me. Use code FreedomFriends25. That'll get you 25% off, or as I like to say, a quarter off your order. And of course, Icy Tech coolers for those who get it. Go to icytech.com. Use the code FreedomFriends10. That'll get you 10% off. 3 little things, boys. Not hard to do. Nice and easy.
Smoke on.
Mm-hmm.
Drink on.
And goddamn it,
Freedom
the
to
fuck
fuck
on. Later.